The age gap. One of the weirdest topics I've ever seen in my personal life, and I mean for me right now, right? If you already from title you already seen, I don't have a problem with the age gap. I don't know why it's wrong though. Like I sit down and I think about it. Like I didn't know. Like as a kid, right? People were like age gap is wrong. Age gap is like morally not right. I'm like okay. As a kid, I took it in, but as I grow old, I'm like, what is actually wrong with the age gap? I sat back and I started to think. I started to deliberate. I started to go through everything wrong with it, and I'm like, listen, there's actually nothing wrong with the age gap. I came to the conclusion that there's actually nothing wrong with the age gap, and this is my video trying to explain to you guys why I think that the age gap is not a problem. But there's a lot of nuances to this topic, so this is why I want to just tell you guys my whole thoughts on it. And yes, I'm not trying to decry DiCaprio. I do think that the things that he does wrong, but like it's not the age gap. Before I continue, shout out to the usual suspects. Shout out to produced by Mabbs. Shout out to Otis Mcdonald. Shout out to Audio Library for the music. Shout out to the video also as well. All the links in the description. My stuttering there was kind of bad, but I'll try not to stutter while I'm making this video. So let's get on with the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoy it, or if you don't want to enjoy it, it's fine. I'm gonna force you to do whatever. I'm not your parent anymore. Let's get on the video. So the age gap. What is wrong with the age gap? Absolutely nothing. Because think about it, right? The age gap is essentially two adults going out. The problem with these two adults is that the ages are different, right? One might be like, let's say 20, and another might be like 50 years old. And I'm like, what is wrong with that though? What's actually wrong with that? Because unless they are a minor or they are like under the age of 18, I don't see a problem with that. I generally don't see a reason why they can go out. Because think about it right now. What is morally wrong with two adults going out? And even then, think about it for a second, like, why is it wrong though? Like, why is it wrong? Before you start writing your shit and say, oh, this is that bad, sit down, finish this video, right? Sit down for a few minutes and just assess, why is the age gap wrong? This is my reason to why I think it is wrong, or why society thinks it's wrong, right? But I don't. But this is not even like for me. Like the reason why I came up with this reason was because I think this reason is like the best way to describe what people are feeling. But at the same time, right, this reason is pretty stupid. But anyway, according to what I've been thinking about, right, the reasoning, in my opinion, right, is basically because when, let's say for example, right, you have a 50-year-old man, or 50-year-old woman dating like a 20-year-old man or 20-year-old woman, right? These two people are, let's say they have a 20 year age gap, right? And the thing I see with the whole reasoning must be like, because when she was 30, bro wasn't even born, or when he was 30, girl wasn't even born. But the problem with that argument is that, listen, that's in the past though. What is wrong with the 20-year-old man or 20-year-old woman dating a 50-year-old man or 50-year-old woman? What is wrong with that? I'm trying to again, like, I don't see a problem with it, because like, listen, when you are above the age of consent, which is 18 or 19 depending on where you live, it makes no, like, you're considered an adult and your decisions then have consequences, whether good or bad. And it's not like, unless it's like a deal situation where like you're forced into it, I don't see why it's wrong, because the fact of the matter is you made that decision to say yes or no. So whether or not people have a problem with it is like, they're like, it's like, this thing is like, it's dumb, because like it's the same as saying that it's the same as like a pastor saying that, oh, gay people should not be a thing, because oh, like it's you should always only date a woman only, like only a woman only, like it's like, it makes no sense, because like, think about it right there, like the age gap in itself right there is two adults going out. It's not like a kid or like a minor's involved, because if the minor's involved, I have a problem with it, and I think that's wrong. But the problem with the age gap is that, listen, it's adults. It's adults. While yes, the adults are big gap in age, why is that a problem? I still to this day cannot find out what the actual problem is. I want you guys to tell me in the comments what the problem is, because because right now, I don't see an issue with it. Thinking about it, right, like there is literally nothing wrong with the age gap. Literally nothing wrong with the age gap. If the only excuse you have is that, listen, when she or he was like younger, like the old person was younger, right? The other person they're dating was either a minor or wasn't born. And that was the only argument, right? It makes absolutely no sense because the argument does not work when they are literally an adult right now. When they're literally past the age of consent, like it's like, how does that even work though? Because like relationships are not a one-way train. Relationships are two-way people. Like people make decisions. Like one person can say yes, but the other person has a right to say no if they want to. But they say yes, it's okay. Now, let's go to the true issues with the age gap, right? The DiCaprio situation is what really does piss me off about the age gap, right? DiCaprio is using this age gap thing as like a cheat code and whatever. Why I don't think what DiCaprio is doing is wrong, right? It's just pretty stupid. DiCaprio, right, is doing the age gap thing wrong. Where what he's doing is like he's dating between 19 and 25-year-olds constantly. Like he does this thing like all the time, and like it's like if we did this thing once or twice, I wouldn't even mind it. But like think I did like how many times did DiCaprio do this shit? Like how many times did this thing do this shit, right? That is the wrong part. That is morally wrong. That is morally wrong. When you're doing this whole thing with whatever DiCaprio is doing right now, that is, in my definition, is what is morally wrong. But besides that, right now, the age gap is different for what DiCaprio is doing. Because listen, right now, DiCaprio is like if you're just dating like someone like let's say if you're dating like a 50, like me, for example, right? If I'm 20 years old right now, I'm 20 years old right now, and Scott Johansson's like what 40 years old, and if she asks me out, I'm saying hell yeah. Listen, when Scott was 20 years old, I wasn't even born. When Scott was 20 years old, I wasn't even born. But that is not now. Now I'm 20 years old. Now she's 40 years old. And listen, if she asks me out, I'll be like, yeah, of course I will fucking date you. It's Scott Johansson. But like, not even that. Like in general, like it's not like you are forced to do into this shit. Like unless you're forced into this shit, I see problem with that, But if you're not forced into it, if you two made the decision to say yes, I will go out with you, I have a problem with it. There is no moral compass with this shit because there's nothing wrong with it in general. Absolutely nothing wrong with it, right? And the only thing I've seen that is wrong with it right now is the DiCaprio situation. Literally the only one. This is the only example I've seen because DiCaprio is taking advantage of this shit right now. Because for me also, I also just because DiCaprio is doing something wrong there, I also don't say that the girls are also not at fault, right? If you are the first girl to get hit by DiCaprio's situationship, whatever thing he's doing right now, I feel bad for you. First, second, third girl, right? I feel bad for you guys. But if you're the fourth girl, knowing what DiCaprio has done and still going with DiCaprio, right? You're at fault too. Like listen, going out with DiCaprio on the fourth try, saying, "Oh, maybe he will change," and then getting dumped at 25, like it's like listen, at that point, it ain't anyone's fault but your fault. Because DiCaprio, we all know DiCaprio to do this shit. You should have seen this too. Why didn't you say no when he asked you out, right? But anyway, right? Please leave your arguments in the comment section below. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the age gap. But because for me right now, I do not see anything wrong with it. If you are a 50-year-old man dating or whatever, like a 22, I don't care what. I don't care. Like that is fine. It is fine. Alright, just treat them like a human being. Treat them right. Don't pull a Diddy, start hitting your wife or some shit. Don't do that. Alright, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just treat them like human beings. Like, because like that, you two adults. You have a right to make decisions. You have a right to do what you want to do. And to say that it's wrong to date someone that's older than you, it's pretty dumb. Especially when you consider adults. You know, like it's not again. I say it again. It's not like you guys are minors. If you prefer a younger chick that is not a minor, on my mama, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just do it in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Don't be DiCaprio. Don't try to do it in mass. Do this shit in moderation. Because like when it becomes morally wrong is when you start doing what DiCaprio does. If you want to date someone that's younger than you, older than you, I don't care. Be 8, 20, I don't give a shit what age gap it is. If you're 100, I don't even know if you date a nigga that is 62 years old and like what 25, I don't care what you do. Go hog wild. No, because you're an adult, you have right to make your own decisions. Is it morally wrong? No. What it becomes morally wrong is when you start doing what DiCaprio is doing. When it becomes morally wrong is when you start doing what DiCaprio or Diddy or whoever's doing. That is when it becomes morally wrong. But the age gap in general, I don't see a problem with it. Because in essence, you're two adults doing it. I want to conclude with these notes. Two notes, right? First of all, man, I have a personal saying. Age is just a number, right? But let me finish. Age is just a number when you are above the age of consent. That is my saying. If you are above the age of consent right now, I don't care who you date, I don't care how you date, as long as you're hurting nobody, as long as you're treating that person like with respect, date whoever you want to date. And as long as they agree to the dating, it's fine. That's my thing. Another thing is, listen, if you have a problem with age gap, please tell me what your problem is. Because personally, man, I don't see anything morally wrong with it. I don't see anything morally wrong with it. I would love to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Because I love to hear what you guys' opinions are. I will of course like every opinion because I don't really mind. You having an opinion is always good. Because at least it's not like a world of one-sided decisions. Because like this thought is not supposed to be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some nuance to this topic in itself, but in general, I don't think that the age gap is a problem. Anyway, it's been Working Cats Fly and another video on the books. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, write in the comments why you didn't enjoy the video. So yeah, peace out.